Here's a story time that happened in second grade. So my teacher never allowed fidget spinners, and my friend always brought one to school because that was the only thing that helped us focus. But every time she saw it, she would take it, and she would never return it even though she said she was. So me and my friend, I'm going to call her Jalen, and my other friend, I'm going to name her Caitlin. So me, Jalen, and Caitlin all had this plan to sneak into school and take our fidget spinners. So at recess, we had this plan spot behind the tree, and we would all talk about it. This girl even didn't eat her lunch because her teacher took away her fidget spinner. Anyway, we all had this plan to sneak in school and break the windows, go in class and steal all our fidget spinners and give them back to the owners. But every time we talk about it, we'd get caught by this one kid named Nathan, and he would all go tell the teacher. But the teacher didn't care, obviously, because she knew we weren't going to do it. Like for part 2.
Okay, so I was playing Roblox with my bestie, and we were playing the Your Place game. This game, so we were playing hide and seek, because there is a lot of hiding places there. So we were just minding our business in my game, and this person joined. His username was Neeb666, and he came over to me, but he was half in the floor. His character was red with flames on, but it was a one piece. When he came up to me, he said hi, but he came right up to my legs, so in Roblox that looks a bit weirded, and he kept talking to me. I was like, who the truck are you? And he said I knew him. Me and my friend were like, what the fuck? Then they randomly left. Me and my friend were really scared and didn't know what to do. We were going to tell our parents, but thought it was just a prank. The next day we went to school and the teacher was talking about weirdos on right. A few years ago I went on holiday to Spain, and I met a boy who me, my sister and brother were friends with. So one day we were in the pool and one of us said a joke and we laughed, obviously. But then we all caught our eye on a young boy who was jumping into the pool. But we were still laughing at the joke one of us said. So a minute or so later a lady comes over to us and she asks us why we are laughing. We said because one of us said a joke and it was funny. So she said, was it about the boy over there? Because that's my son. We said no. Then she said, I know you're laughing at him. He's autistic, you can't do that. We said we are not laughing at him, what the fuck? She said, yes you are, I just saw you. Then one of the lady's friends said, calm down, they're just kids. She said, but they were laughing at my son. So she walked away and left it, but she kept staring at us. We ignored it, but the day after I caught her following me and my family round the pool and hotel areas. Then we were at the pool again and we were laughing and we saw her son again. But she thought that we were laughing at him, so she went over to my mom and shouted at her that we keep laughing at her autistic son. My mom and the lady got into an argument, so I realized that they were arguing, so I went over to her and said, we weren't laughing at your son, now fuck of you, roach. She got really angry. So I got fed up with her and I gathered all my strength and pushed her into the pool, fully clothed, and we all laughed except from her and her son. She then told some of the people who worked at the hotel. We got told of and left a day later. We have never seen her since.
One day I went to a field because my brother and my best friend's brother had football there. It was a field where there was cows and other farm animals there, but the pitch was away from them, the other side. So me and my friend went around the field. Then there was a ball which the people kicked over accidentally. So I ran over there to kick the ball back, but I didn't see cow poo in front of me. But it was raining a bit, so it was all mushy and disgusting. So I slipped over the poo and fell face first into it. And I'm not even joking, it went into my mouth. My friend was laughing so hard, and so was I. My clothes were covered in poo, and it smelt so bad.
This story is why you should never mess with Ouija boards. We moved into my dad's girlfriend's house where one of her daughters lived upstairs, my brother lived upstairs, her other daughter lived down in the basement, along with me who lived in a makeshift room in the basement. One night, me and her 2 daughters decided to buy an Ouija board. After my dad and his girlfriend went to bed, me and her daughters all went downstairs, grabbed a bunch of candles, set up the Ouija board, and grabbed a bunch of our great-grandparents' stuff. We wanted to see if any of our great-grandparents would talk to us. We were so excited because the Ouija board was working and things were moving it. We asked what the spirit's name was, expecting it to be one of our great-grandparents, but it said its name was Tick. T-I-C. We asked it to repeat it again, and it spelled out T-I-C. We knew that it wasn't one of our great-grandparents. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to be telling you the scary story of the house I lived in elementary and middle school. It was a 3-bedroom house, 1 bedroom in the basement, and 2 bedrooms upstairs. Because I was the oldest, I got put in the bedroom in the basement. Right when we moved in, I already had creepy feelings about the house. I hated being downstairs by myself. One day I dropped a $20 bill behind my dresser. I decided to move my dresser all by myself, and behind the dresser was this door. It wasn't a normal door, it was really short and just squared. It was also glued off, so I couldn't get into it. Me and my neighbor, who were best friends, worked at it for days to get into it. We finally got it open, and inside was another room. It was almost like an underground attic. The walls were wooden, the ceiling was wooden, there was no carpet, but it smelled awful. My parents found out and they were super mad at me for opening the room. They of course put that dresser in front of that door for a reason because they knew I would explore it. But after that, things started to get weird. Stay tuned for part 2.
This is a story time called The Imposter. So a little background information, around 2 or 3 months ago, I made some TikToks saying if anyone wanted to be my IBF, and so I got one. And we're going to call her Lila. So Lila was so nice, I told her everything. We were so close for like a month. It was all great. And then she stopped talking to me for a bit. So I texted her one day and I said, hey, why don't we talk a little more often? I feel like we were so close and we haven't been talking a lot. And so she said, yeah, okay. And so we had a whole conversation. We played Among Us a bit. That was fun. So then she started DMing me on TikTok, sending her videos and saying, could you maybe like and comment and share? And so I didn't think anything of it at first. So I was like, yeah, of course. And I was liking and sharing her videos. She was DMing me on TikTok every day with multiple videos asking me to like and comment. They were her videos, by the way. She did this on her fan page account and her main account. But I didn't think anything of it. I just kept liking and sharing and liking and sharing, and her videos went viral. And then I started thinking, what if she's using me? Get this viral and come back for part 2. Have a great day, everybody.
Here's part 1 on why I never friend people on Roblox. So about 3 years ago, when I first started playing Roblox, I was very open to people and I wanted to meet friends. I wanted to ask people to be my friends, and I also wanted other people to ask me to be their friend. So one day I joined a game and this guy came up to me and said, do you want to be friends? And obviously at that time I was very open, so of course I said yes. His name was Brandon Revere, and he was super nice at first. But when I accepted his friend request, I got disconnected right away. I didn't think anything of it because I thought it was my internet, so I went to go check the power box. But my internet was fine. So I went back on Roblox and it looked like I had a message from him. Here's what it said. He said, it looks like you got disconnected. Which is weird because I did get disconnected, but I never
Whole way I was crying. So the next day in the cafeteria, Gabby and 3 other girls walked up to me laughing, and Gabby asked me where I was, because I quote-unquote missed the party, and I told her that I was sent the wrong address, I think. Then she said, oops, lol, sorry, guess I sent you the wrong address, but look on the outside, at least we didn't have someone ugly to drive all the boys away at my party. So I rolled my eyes at her, because I wasn't trying to cause a problem, when I guess one of Gabby's friends handed her a milk carton, and she poured it on me. And that's when I bolted up, grabbed her by the hair,